Hey guys, this is Nick Bratton with Bratton Sports Performance. Today we're going to go over the broad jump. Now the broad jump is a great tool to use for horizontal force displacement. So working on your power, moving in a horizontal direction. This is something that I'm going to incorporate a lot within my sprinters, within my skill guys, within any athlete that on the athletic field they have to accelerate quickly. Now, with the broad jump, as with any type of jump, I'm going to pay specific attention early on to the jumping and landing mechanics. So to keep this short, specifically what I'm looking for is that when we jump, the feet start out right underneath the hips. When I land, my feet are going to come out under my shoulders and my knees are going to stay out over my ankles and not go into that valgus position. So when I start out with any type of jump, I'm going to start from an extended position where my athletes have their hands over their head. This just teaches them to get into that extension, but also it helps them in that counter movement to drop their arms before they go through the movement. So first let me give you a side view of it. So I'm going to start with my feet right underneath my hips, like I said. My hands are extended over my head. Now when I go into that counter movement, the difference between this and a vertical jump is that I'm going to lean into that angle before I jump out instead of jumping straight up. So here we go. Arms extended. Now, again, what I'm looking for specifically is that when I go through that jump and landing, that my knees don't fall into that valgus position, and that also when I land, I keep my chest up. So let me give you a forward view of this. Feet are underneath the hips, hands extended, drop, up nice and tall. Now, when I go through my broad jumps, this is something that I'll have my athlete jump, reset, and then jump again. When you add a lot of speed to it, that's when mechanics start to fall apart and athletes aren't really focused on the position of their body. They're more focused on where they're going each time they jump. This is something that I'm also going to implement 2 to 4 sets at a time, and with between 4 and 8 reps inside each set. Now, the broad jump is something that's very taxing on your central nervous system, your muscular system, and so you want to make sure that you incorporate a low volume at first and then increase from there, specifically if you're doing this before a training session, before a practice, and you've got to be able to do some type of skill movement afterwards. So that's a broad jump. Implement it into your training program and let me know how it goes.